Welcome to Insightful Gaming. Are you ready to take your PvE game to the next level? Look no further, because we've got the ultimate list of the top 10 most used weapons in Destiny 2. We're talking about the Xenophage SMG, Wither Horde, Callus MiniTool, Heritage, Forbearance, Xenophage, Funnelweb, and many more. These bad boys have been tried and tested by the best players out there and have proven to be the go-to weapons. In this video, we'll be showing you what makes these weapons so special, how to get your hands on them, and the best god rolls for PvE. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like so you never miss a video from us again. Let's jump into the first weapon, Xenophage SMG. As many of you know, the Xenophage weapons have always been a fan favorite, and this latest iteration is no exception. With some incredible rolls and a powerful frame, the Xenophage SMG is once again a force to be reckoned with. One of the most exciting things about this latest version of the Xenophage SMG is its ability to roll with Volt Shot, a powerful PVE perk that was previously only found on a select few weapons. This perk allows the Xenophage SMG to create a jolt effect on enemies, dealing extra damage and disrupting them. Another great perk to look out for when hunting for your Xenophage SMG god roll is Feeding Frenzy. This perk increases the reload speed of the weapon, which is especially useful when paired with Volt Shot, as it allows you to get back into the action faster after reloading. Other great perks to look for in the first column include Perpetual Motion, which increases handling, stability, and reload speed when moving and killing wind, which gives bonuses to movement speed, range, and handling. To unlock the Xenophage SMG, you'll need to earn and complete 5 Deep Sight Resonance versions of this SMG. These weapons drop with a red border around them and a progress bar, and you no longer have to equip and level up the weapon to extract pattern progress. So how do you get your hands on these bad boys? First, you can spend 4 resonate stems in your resonance amp to produce an override frequency code. This code will lead you to a Warmind node, where interacting with the floating diamond will give you a chance to get an Xenophage weapon, which may be the deep sight variant you're looking for. Keep in mind that you can only have 1 code at a time, and these nodes do not respawn once used. Another option is to focus Umbral engrams on the new seasonal vendor in the helm. To do this, you'll need to unlock the Xenophage weapon focusing node in the upgrades menu. This will let you turn regular Umbral engrams into a random roll of any Xenophage gun of your choice, but it won't be guaranteed to be a deep sight pattern until you obtain the focusing deep sight pattern later in the season. Finally, you can earn a guaranteed Xenophage deep sight weapon by hitting rank 7 with the seasonal vendor. Once you reach this rank, just visit the Exo frame and select the Deep Sight Xenophage weapons engram. You'll be given a random Deep Sight Xenophage weapon completely free. Plus, if you reset this vendor, you can earn this engram again by hitting rank 7. Next up is Wither Horde. This bad boy packs a punch and uses special ammo, so you know it means business. With a countermass, black powder, and break the bank perks, you'll be leaving a trail of destruction in your wake, blasting away at those pesky enemies with ease. Plus, the composite stock and Primeval's Torment exotic trait make this weapon a force to be reckoned with. Imagine hitting your target with a blight, then quickly switching to another weapon to deal a real damage. Stack that damage over time by firing directly at the target and the ground. Talk about maximum destruction. Want to make Wither Horde even deadlier? Complete a quest from Banshee to get the Catalyst, which boosts the handling and reloads the weapon after a short time. So, what are you waiting for? Head into the exotic archive, the tower, and trade in 1 exotic cipher, 100,000 glimmer, 150 planetary materials, and 1 ascended shard for this epic weapon today. Next up is Callus MiniTool. The Callus MiniTool is a submachine gun that can be obtained through various activities related to the Leviathan, Callus, and Opulence. One of the main ways to obtain the weapon is through the containment activity on the Leviathan, which is a group activity that involves fighting through waves of enemies in a boss fight. After completing the activity, players can purchase an additional drop from a chest of 500 Vestiges of Dread, which has a chance to contain the mini-tool. Another way to obtain the weapon is through opulent chests found around the Leviathan, which require an opulent key to open. These chests have a chance to contain the mini-tool. Additionally, players can focus Umbral engrams into opulent weapons using the Umbral focusing option at the Crown of Sorrow. The first Umbral engram focus each week is guaranteed to be a deep sight weapon, which can be leveled up to unlock a pattern for crafting the mini-tool. The mini-tool has the To Access Origin trait, which grants bonuses to strength and discipline following kills while the player's super energy is full. This makes it a great weapon for quickly wiping out large groups of enemies. A recommended god roll for the mini-tool would include Corkscrew Rifling, Tactical Mag, Grave Robber, and Incandescent perks. Corkscrew Rifling improves handling, range, and stability. Tactical Mag increases reload speed and ammo. Grave Robber allows melee kills to partially reload the weapon, and Incandescent creates a scorch area of effect around targets, spreading damage to nearby enemies. It's worth to mention that the weapon can be upgraded to a Masterwork. This will give it a stat boost, ability to generate orbs on multi-kills, and add the option of a kill tracker. Next up is a shotgun called Heritage. Heritage, a shotgun from the Deep Stone Crypt raid, is a popular weapon among players due to its unique perks and visual style. It has recently been made craftable, allowing players to acquire the blueprint and create their own heritage with specific god roles. For PvE, the ideal god role for Heritage includes Hammer-Forged Rifling in the first tree, Tactical Mag in the second tree, Reconstruction in the first perk slot, and Recombination in the second perk slot. This combination provides a great balance of range, stability, and reload speed, making it a powerful weapon for boss DPS. The Reconstruction perk, exclusive to Deep Stone Crypt weapons, continuously reloads the gun over time, allowing players to focus on shooting instead of reloading. Recombination increases damage by nabbing a quick elemental kill with the gun and returning to boss damage. To maximize its performance, don't forget to equip the boss spec weapon mod. To obtain Heritage, players must complete the Deep Stone Crypt raid and have a chance to acquire the weapon as a drop, or they can craft it once they obtain the blueprint. Next up is Forbearance, a grenade launcher. Forbearance is a powerful arc waveframe grenade launcher in Vow of the Disciple raid. It boasts great PvE perks, making it a worthwhile grind for players looking to use grenade launchers in high-difficulty activities. To obtain Forbearance, players will need to participate in the Vow of the Disciple raid and either randomly drop it from the second and fourth encounters or find it in secret chests throughout the raid. Alternatively, players can purchase a guaranteed red bar version of the weapon at the end of the raid or spend 20 spoils of conquest to purchase a random roll of the weapon. For PvE, the recommended god roll for Forbearance is Volatile Launch for the barrel perk, High Velocity Rounds in the magazine slot, Ambitious Assassin or Genesis in the primary perk slot, and Chain Reaction in the last perk slot. This combination of perks will give you a big blast radius, fast reload speed and velocity, and consistent or useful primary perks that will trigger frequently and deal massive damage to waves of adds. Next up is an exotic machine gun called Xenophage. This exotic machine gun in Destiny 2 is unlike any other. With its unique firing mechanism and rich history, it's sure to be a conversation starter among your fire team. First, let's talk about its past. Xenophage made its debut in the Shadowkeep expansion, but it was a bit of a dud. Players were disappointed with its performance, and it quickly became known as a weak weapon. But, just like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Xenophage was buffed by 50% and it found its way into the meta when combined with the powerful mod War Mind Cells. This combination allowed players to clear entire rooms of enemies with ease. But, as all good things must come to an end, both the weapon and the mod were eventually toned down by the game's developers, Bungie. Fast forward to now, and Xenophage has been buffed again. With the introduction of new Solar subclass and new artifact mods, this weapon has regained its spot as a solid option for players in the current meta. It's a great option for players who might not have access to other powerful weapons. So, how do you get your hands on this bad boy? Well, it's a bit of a grind, but definitely worth it. The weapon can be obtained by completing the Xenophage quest, which is available on the moon. Complete various tasks and defeat enemies to earn XP and progress through the quest. Once you've completed all the objectives, you'll be able to claim Xenophage as your own. Next up is a submachine gun called Funnelweb. Funnelweb is a powerful submachine gun in Destiny 2 that boasts a high rate of fire, 900 rounds per minute, and is considered the gold standard for weapons of its type. It is excellent in both PvP and PvE content, making it a versatile weapon for players to use. To obtain the Funnelweb, players can try their luck by completing strikes, crucible matches, gambit, and other activities that have a chance to drop weapons from the World Loot pool. Umbral engrams are another way to potentially get the Funnelweb, as they can be focused on a specific foundry for a small fee of legendary shards, increasing the odds of getting the weapon. However, at the time of writing, the weapon cannot be crafted. When it comes to god rolls, the Funnelweb has a unique trait called Vased Stinger, which gives a small chance to reload the magazine and increase movement speed while aiming down sights. A recommended god roll for the Funnelweb would include the following perks: Corkscrew Rifling, Tactical Mag, Subsistence, and Frenzy. These perks help to improve the weapon's range, reload speed, magazine capacity, and stability. Additionally, range should be the ideal masterwork for Funnelweb, but stability is a good alternative option. In summary, the Funnelweb is a powerful SMG in Destiny 2 that excels in both PvP and PvE content and can be obtained through various activities and Umbral engrams. A god roll with corkscrew rifling, tactical mag, subsistence, and frenzy, along with a range or stability masterwork, will make the weapon even more deadly and efficient. Next up is a linear fusion rifle called Tapin 4FR. First things first, let's talk about how to get your hands on this bad boy. The Tapin is available as part of the standard Destiny 2 loot pool, meaning any activity that can reward random legendary weapons, such as strikes, lost sectors, and crucible matches, all have a chance to drop this linear fusion rifle. But wait, there's more. The Tapin 4FR is also available as a quest reward. And by completing the associated quest, you can craft the gun and have control over the perks you equip. Now, let's talk about the best Tapin god rolls to pursue. Every version of the weapon will have the origin trait Vased Stinger, which means that dealing damage to enemies has a chance to reload the magazine and increase movement speed while aiming down sights. But to make the most of this weapon, you'll want to lean into its high damage output to a single target. And the best way to do that is by having the right perks equipped. In my opinion, the best traits to go for here are Triple Tap, and in the right side go with Firing Line. But don't worry, you don't have to rely on luck to get a god roll. You can craft your own with the right perks. And once you do, you'll be taking down those bosses in no time. With that, let's get into the next weapon. This bad boy is a boss-busting beast that's sure to make a name for itself. Whether you're looking for a boss DPS option or a potent long-distance weapon, Succession has got you covered. Here's how to get it and what to look for. How to get your hands on Succession. Succession can only be found in the second encounter of the Deep Stone Crypt raid. But don't worry, if you miss it there, it can also drop from the 2 secret chests scattered throughout the raid. And once you've earned it once, you can purchase it with the new currency Spoils of Victory from the raid chest after beating the final boss. Succession god rolls include Fluted Barrel for stability and handling, Tactical Mag or Extended Mag for extra ammo, Reconstruction for refilling the magazine and doubling its size, Vorpal Weapon for boss slaying potential. So grab a few friends, form a fire team, and get ready to conquer the Deep Stone Crypt with Succession. Next up is one of my favorite weapons. Meet the Arbelist, the ultimate fusion rifle in Destiny 2 that will make all your PvE dreams come true. This exotic weapon is a total game changer, especially after the latest sandbox update that came with the 30th anniversary celebration. But what exactly makes this weapon so special? Well, for starters, it's been gifted with anti-barrier rounds, which means you can take on those pesky champions with ease. But that's not all. The update also brought a new catalyst for the Arbelist, and let me tell you, this baby is a game changer. With the catalyst, you'll have better handling, an extra round in the magazine, and the Genesis perk, which reloads the magazine when you break an enemy shield. And the cherry on top. You can produce Masterwork Orbs with the Arbelist, making it a true god-tier weapon compared to other weapons like Ariana's Vow. So, if you want to be envy of all your friends, grab an Arbelist and show them what you're made of. The Arbelist can be obtained through various means in Destiny 2. One way to obtain it is by completing the weekly Nightfall Strike and receiving the exotic engram as a reward. Another way is by purchasing it from Zur, the vendor who appears in the game every weekend and sells exotic items. Additionally, players can also obtain it from the Raid, Master Nightfall, or Gambit Prime. That's it for today, the top 10 most used weapons in Destiny 2 for PvE. Whether you're taking on Nightfalls, raids, or just grinding out some regular content, these weapons are sure to give you an edge over the competition. From the Ichlo's SMG rapid-fire capabilities, to the Wither Horde's powerhouse explosions, to the Arbelist's anti-barrier rounds and Masterwork Orbs, these weapons have proven time and time again to be the cream of the crop. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and start farming for these bad boys. And don't forget like if you enjoy the content and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Have a great rest of your week.